Look, I was hoping this episode was going to bring me something different, some new drama, but Latrice, she never disappoints. She is always going to give you the drama. And unfortunately, she represents this new generation that just doesn't seem to get it. Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole giving you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. And this is my review on Belle Collective Season 4, Episode 3, No Belle Peace Prize. I'm really loving the production and the titles that they're using so far this season, so kudos to them. So we're back at it with Latrice and Letitia, and if I can be honest, I was just so annoyed watching this scene. I don't know if it's I'm just getting older and the back and forth was really irking the hell out of me. Latrice takes no responsibility. Like I said, she's forever the victim. She says that Latrice lied on her, but she does admit that she was drinking or she was drinking right before that interview with no makeup on. So Latrice, in my opinion, is the type of person that if her feelings are hurt, no one else feelings matter. It's really she's narcissistic. It's all about her. She kept saying her feelings were hurt, her feelings were hurt, but she never takes into consideration what she does to other people and the things that she says and how that can hurt other people. And Letitia was trying to explain that to her, and it still wasn't registering. Like she just didn't get it. And I don't think it's a lack of intelligence. I just think it's a lack of not giving a damn. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? And literally, Letitia had to tell her that it comes off like you don't care about if you hurt my feelings. And Latrice says, no, 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 that's not it. But I honestly feel like she says that immediately because it's about protecting her image. She doesn't want to be seen as the bad guy, but when it all boils down to it, everything that she does as far as her actions are concerned makes her the bad guy. But she doesn't want people to say it out loud. Because once Letitia said that you come off like you don't care about hurting my feelings, and Latrice said no, you can say no immediately, but your actions say otherwise with a lot of different people. It just does. Like, and I honestly, Latrice is the type where she feels like people are hating on her. I really don't think it's hate. I really don't think it's hate. These women are older than her. These women are just as accomplished as her, if not more in certain areas. And all of them are beautiful. They have no reason to hate on you, but because you don't like to take accountability and you feel like anytime someone comes to you and it's not all sweet and roses, you can't take it and you automatically feel like people are attacking you. And I feel like that's such bullshit. She's a full-blown narcissist. You know what I mean? She's a full-blown narcissist, and everything is about the image versus the real Latrice. I'm telling you, the real Latrice, we don't know who she is. We just don't know who she is. You know what I mean? And the thing is with narcissists can have good qualities. They can do certain things still to make them look good, but they still mainly operate about themselves, and it's mainly about them. It's always going to be about them. And that's the vibes that Latrice gives me. It is what it is. I was so annoyed watching that scene. I was ready for it to be over. So next we have Letitia, and she meets with her people about her why side chicks are winning event slash book. And I'll pass. I don't know. I mean, maybe she did the title to get attention, but I'm not interested in reading the book, and I don't even think she's the right person for the book or the event. Maybe, there's something totally different in the book that I'm not aware of. Even at the end of this episode, she talks a little bit about it. I'm still not impressed. So we're going to move on. So Aikisha and Tambra talk. And Aisha is like straight to the point. She's like, look, I'm hurt by what you said. And Aisha is very clear about her feelings and how Tambra threw her under the bus. And Tambra is still acting like she doesn't understand and she thought they moved forward. Just because as an adult she moved forward because she has to work with you because you guys are on this show doesn't mean that the issues really were addressed. And she keeps ignoring the fact that she threw Aisha under the bus when she told the girls that Aisha called them ugly or that they weren't attractive. If you were really a friend to Aisha, that wouldn't have even come out of your mouth to tell the girls. Because what you really did was you put a target on Aisha's back. But Tamara, of course, is kind of like Latrice. They just act like they don't get it until it's done to them. Then they totally get it, right? But Tamara tells her that Latrice, told her about the setup with the text messages. And Aisha is like, well, like, is it because of what I said about Letitia's brunch? And she was like, I don't know, but they use me as a scapegoat. They use me. And so Aisha is like, well, if all of these women are lying on you, why didn't you defend yourself? Like, if they're lying on you, like, I've known you since high school, like, and the fact that you didn't defend yourself and correct the situation right then and there, why did you just let it happen? And Tamara's like, I was just tired of fighting and defending myself. And look, I know people who are like that, who just truly, they don't like confrontation. So they shut down, they walk away or whatever. But that's not what Tambra did that day at that little sister circle thing that they had. Tambra didn't buck up to the other girls, but she damn sure bucked up to Aisha. She damn sure flipped and lost her mind and acted like she was totally gangster with Aisha, which honestly, why are you so gangster with Aisha but not gangster with the other girls if they were lying on you? Because as soon as Aisha was like, talking to her about the whole situation about calling girls ugly, that's when she slammed on that table. It was like, that's what you said. And she got up like she was Suge Knight. So it's clear that you have no problem being confrontational. So if they were really lying on you like that, why did you get that crazy and buck with them? Huh? Kind of weird, right? So yeah, it was quite interesting. And I think Aisha knows she's full of shit too. I think she knows she's full of shit. And I think Tambra is just the type of person that when she's faced with adversity or she's faced with the truth sometimes or things that don't make her feel good, she shuts down and runs away. But, and I can't really rock with people like Tambra and Latrice. It's interesting though that they now have formed this alliance, I guess, on the show. They're perfect for each other. But Aisha pretty much says she doesn't really touch. She doesn't really trust Tambra, but at the same time, she wants to move forward. And because she knows that Letitia has lied on her, she's leaning more towards Tambra's side. Aisha, I wouldn't trust neither one of them. I wouldn't. It is what it is. But then Aisha hints that she knows Tambra is pregnant because her voice changed. And it's a cute scene where Aisha's in the confessional. She says Tambra's voice is usually squeaky and annoying as hell. But at the rodeo, Tambra was speaking to Latrice, and all of a sudden she sounded like a man. And she said that when she had her kids, her voice changed like that too. So she was just hinting like, you pregnant. And of course, Tambra doesn't say anything. She just laughs it off. But let me just play devil's advocate for a minute. I like Aisha. I really do. But if I can be honest, if all of that drama wasn't stirred up with the girls and with the Tambra situation, even as shady as it was, especially with Tambra, because she's known Tambra since they were pretty much teenagers, if that drama wasn't stirred up, what will we talk about when it comes to Aisha? She really doesn't have any drama to give. And she doesn't want to give that drama either. She's very low key. She's about her family. She's about the project she's trying to do, on I forgot, Ferris Street. She doesn't really bring the drama. So without that, would she have come back for another season? Because she doesn't bring that. So honestly, it did kind of help her. I don't know if she's trying to be the peacemaker, I guess, maybe of the group, but she really isn't the peacemaker because, well, I guess maybe she can be. Y'all let me know. Do you feel like she's the peacemaker? But this is what I want to see. I want to see a showdown between her and Letitia because I still think it was effed up for Letitia to say that Akeisha's family didn't even want her. And it hasn't been addressed yet at a reunion, and it also hasn't been addressed on the show. So I feel like they need to have a sit down, and that's something that we all need to see and pretty much come on camera and talk about the lies and what Letitia said, because Letitia is real quick to tell Latrice and others when her feelings are hurt. What the hell do you think you did to Akeisha when you told her that's why your own family don't want you? Like, you took that out and truly wanted to, you was waiting to say that to her. You were waiting. And Letitia, you shady as hell for that. You wrong as hell for that. And I want that conversation to go down. But I feel like while Akeisha comes off, like she definitely conducts herself as someone with a lot of class. You know, she's a Southern belle, but at the same time, in my opinion, she comes off also like she ain't no punk bitch. She ain't no punk. So don't try her. She tries to hold her class because she gotta she gotta represent herself in a classy way, but don't think she's a punk. But let's move on. So Tambra tells her cousins that she's pregnant, and it was a really sweet scene. You can tell she talks about them being her support system for through everything, including her fibroid surgery, and how she gives them presents. And there's like a little, baby onesie in there, and some of them begin to cry. It was really, really cute. So, I guess because, Damon told his sister, she was like, let me tell everybody. And she also mentioned that she did tell her parents also. So it was a really cute scene. But moving on. So Gucci and JJ with the mama, the lunch scene. They went to lunch, I guess. And the scene is forced and so boring. But at the end of the day, like, well, first of all, Gucci, step your game up. You got to bring better scenes, better storylines, because it's not given so far this season. But oh, and also, yeah, another thing, I would love to see more of your real estate business. Talk about the real estate world in Jackson. Let's see you literally house hunting for people and stuff like that. That's what I would like to see. But they talked to the mom about the issues with JJ's girls, and she actually did give some sound advice. And I literally was saying the same thing yesterday. She tells So Gucci that, she has to get out of her head and get out of her own way and stop overthinking, and that the only person she can control in a situation is herself. Amen. Like, you cannot control how they're going to react. You cannot control what happened in the past. You just have to move forward, and you can only control how you conduct yourself, bottom line. So I agree with the mama on that, even though, again, it was a fake scene. But moving on. Tambra and Damon take a CPR class, and it was nice, I guess, to teach the audience who's actually watching the show about CPR for those who haven't taken a CPR class. But she ends up telling Damon that she told her cousins that, she's pregnant, and he has an issue with it. And because, he was like, if I would have told other people, you would have flipped. And I only just told my sister, and then you end up telling your cousins and your other family. But he was like, I haven't even told my mama yet. And so she says, well, if I can be honest, I'm the one that's pregnant, and it affects me just a little bit more than it affects you. And yes, she has a point, but at the same time, fair is fair. So she says she understands his frustration and that they will tell Damon's mother together. So moving on. Then we have Letitia, and she's having her event. And Latrice comes to the event, and she claims despite having issues, she knows what Letitia has gone through, and she's gone through a lot, especially with Glendale, so she's coming to support. Latrice, what have you gone through? How about that? What have you gone through? Let's see your vulnerable side and putting your shit out there. How about that? Let's see that. You know what I mean? You're on a reality show. We clearly know there's some issues there. How about you show that since you're so busy talking about what other people going through? Then on top of that, she had to shade Letitia also because Cliff asked her about what this event was about, and she was like a book about why side pieces are winning. And he said side pieces, and he was like, but she the wife. And so Latrice was like, well, then I guess that means Letitia might be losing, which was straight shade. It was shade because, again, we clearly know from Josh and amongst other people in that group that you living in a glass house, boo. You're living in a glass house. So the event starts, and Marie comes in late and makes a grand entrance. And it looks very, very staged. And so Letitia starts talking about her book and even reads from the book. And then Glenn gets up, and baby, he looked like a damn country pimp. Okay? He had on this faux fur around his neck with these chains. I was just like, ugh. Like, who told you the way you dressing is nice? It's so dated. It's so pimpish. Like, okay. So then he gets up, and like I said, and he has a mic, child. And I was like, oh, shit. He about to do that damn rapping. But then the episode goes off. But we do see the preview of the next episode. Before the episode goes off, he said, let's take it back to 98. Baby, the preview that they showed us, and we hear him rapping, it sound more like it's 1988. Okay? Talking about let's take it back to 98. Nah, you a decade ahead, bruh. I would say that was more of like 80s style rapping, and even in the 80s, you still probably wouldn't have got a deal. Like, it's just, it is what it is. Keep your day job. You ain't a rapper. And even Akeisha's husband was like, hell no. And I think Akeisha's husband is from New York. I think he's from the borough. So I know he was like, oh, hell nah. Like, I'm from where hip hop originated. Absolutely not. But anyways, that was the episode. It was a decent episode. I would give it a B. But you guys let me know what you think about the episode. What do you think about, I guess, the drama? What do you think about also Akeisha and the Tambra situation? So please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Toodles.